Hi friends, it's Sahil here, and today I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes from Naval Ravikant, who is a well-known investor and podcaster on health, wealth, and happiness. And this quote really changed the way that I looked at building my career and help others in building their career. So the quote is, "To the experts, what looks like hard work from the outside is actually play from the inside." And I found this to be one of the most insightful ways to think about your career. So let's talk about what it takes to actually have a career and what makes it different than a job. A job is something you do 9 to 5. A job is something you do just to pay the bills. A career, on the other hand, is something that you actively are involved with in shaping over the decades, over the years, and different experiences, and doing more and more of what you love until you become the best in the world at that. And to have a career, to be the best in the world at what you do, you need to put the time and the effort in and be involved and really get good at the skill sets that define that career. Now, for many of us, the thought of working 100-hour weeks, sacrificing work-life balance, and doing all that stuff just to have a career doesn't seem palatable. And while all of those things are not necessary entirely to have a career, what you do need to be is intensely involved in what you do. And that becomes a lot easier when what you're doing seems like play rather than work. And this is what the secrets behind industry leaders, people who are the best in your profession, even some of the athletes that we admire like LeBron James, for them, it genuinely feels like play. They're playing basketball. It does not feel like work to them, although discipline and things like that are still involved. And so when you think about having a career, what that really means is whether you're an accountant, a consultant, a teacher, whatever it is, if there's a room full of 100 people that are in your profession, you need to be in the top 25 of them, the top 25th percentile. And to achieve that, you really need to put in the work and to have the attitude that I'm going to be here at work because it feels like play to me. It doesn't feel like a chore or responsibility I have, and it's something that I actively enjoy doing. So how can you actually put this mindset into advice? Here are 3 tips. Number 1, in your current job, think about the 3 to 5 things that actually feel like play to you. The stuff that you don't mind doing, the stuff that when you're doing them at work, it actually time flies by. So for some of you, this might be financial analysis, might be market research, it might be talking to customers or writing marketing copy. Difference based on your career, but just keep track of 3 to 5 things that you actually don't mind doing, and even things that you love doing, where time just flies by. And as you reflect on these 3 to 5 things, try to think of ways in which you can do more and more of these things and really double down. So these become your strengths and what you're known for. These will be the foundations of what you build your career on. Simply put, the things that you love doing, the things that don't feel like work, are the easiest ways for you to differentiate yourself from everyone else who might think that these things are actually a lot of work and they don't seem as fun as maybe you think they are. The second tip that I have is to do the opposite. Think of the couple of things in your job that really feel like work, things that you're uninterested in, things that feel like it's a chore, and try to figure out ways in which you can delegate this work, do less of it, or actually counterintuitively getting better at doing these things that you don't like so that you can do them faster and just get them out of the way like they're chores. So that's number 2. And tip number 3 is to look for inspiration outside. Some of you might be watching this video going, well, when I look at my job, there's not too many things that I actually enjoy doing, and that's totally okay. Not all of us have jobs that we love for the most part. And in that case, look outside for inspiration. Watch YouTube videos on topics or skill sets or careers you're interested in. Talk to your friends. And when you do talk to your friends, look out for the eyeball test. And when I say this, what I mean is when you ask your friends, hey, what are some of the things that you do at work that feel like play to you, but work to your colleagues? And look for their eyes to light up. That's the signal of when someone really loves what they're doing and they're engaged so much that it doesn't feel like work. And ask them, how did you come to that realization? How did you stumble upon this thing that you love doing that everyone else around you thinks, why is he working so hard at that? It feels like work. It's kind of weird. Those are the things you want to nerd out on and double down on. And looking at your friends for inspiration can be a great source for you to figure out how you replicate that in your own career. So if you'd like to learn more about Naval's thoughts, by the way, he has a great PDF ebook called the Navalmanac. I've linked to the description, created a link in the description below, and I recommend reading it 5 to 10 times because it's so insight-packed and it's so dense in terms of the amount of actionable insight he provides. It's a great read. And so that's all for today. Hit the like button if you'd like me to do more of these quote reflections, and subscribe if you want the most insight-packed, actionable career advice at your fingertips. That's all. I'm Sahil Panamia, and see you around.